I hate recording shit like this. I don't know why. Every time I sit down to like say anything about anything, but especially about how I'm feeling, it just makes me sick. So I don't know what I'm doing. Why would I want to why would I share my feelings with anyone? Why would I share my feelings with someone I know, let alone strangers? It's stupid. There's no reason to do it. And it basically always makes things worse. So but as always, I'm so depressed. I don't even know what to do with myself. For the vast majority of trans people who take hormones, it makes them feel better. Taking hormones makes them feel better. It improves their dysphoria, or it improves their mental health, even despite like all of the challenges that can come along with, transphobia. It still ends up improving people's lives, for the vast majority of people. For me, it's very much been the opposite, and depending on how you look at it, I've been transitioning or like out in some way to some degree, even though it's beginning of its kind of in a sort of denial phase, but for like 12 years I've been out or transitioning to some degree. As of this month, I've been on hormones for 6 years, and my experience with this has been the opposite of what happens for most people. My whatever's wrong with me, whatever variety of things are wrong with me, my mental illness was not caused by being trans. But taking hormones has made me more anxious. It's made me feel less stable. It's made me feel more depressed. And it's like making me even more confused about my own experience of gender dysphoria. Like in my heart, I have this feeling of like who I am, like who I'm supposed to be, what my body is supposed to be like. I feel this mind body soul disconnect. But and like transitioning, it's like you're trying to close that gap, at least to some degree. I think I didn't really have high expectations going into this, but still like transitioning and trying to like live my truth has made me feel even more alienated and isolated, disconnected, and like dysphoric in ways that I like can't explain. Like it just doesn't. None of it makes sense. It's like too. I don't know. Like I have this very strong internal feeling and sense of self, but then my experience in my physical body in the physical world just is like, it doesn't make any sense. And so I feel like I've failed. And I also feel like I have been failed by this whole process. I feel like it's my fault, and I also feel like I asked for help and no one was able to help me. And like I'm very pro-trans. I love trans people, and all of that actually makes it like hurt even more to know that this failure and this pain is unique to me in my experience, or at the very least, it's like it's pretty rare. Like transitioning, taking hormones, like doing all of this validating stuff for the vast majority of trans people is helpful and positive, and it improves people's lives. And, that's like backed up by like research, obviously, but it's also like I struggle to find anybody who has a similar experience to me. And most of the people who kind of claim to have a similar sort of experience to me end up getting sucked into this bizarre, I don't know, this sort of like, part of it is this weird kind of mind palace, and also the that so much of like detrans culture, there's all of this stigma around detransitioning, and a lot of it is like, as far as the internet goes, is all part of like, it's all been like taken over by the standard YouTube like completely stupid right-wing pipeline. And some of that has like I don't know, the mind palaces that people, just the hoops that people jump through to be like, I don't know, it's really, some of that stuff is really stupid. And then there's maybe like a very small amount of people who are kind of in that world who seem just totally normal. But even though the ones who are, seem normal and kind and like not insane, I don't find that their experiences match up with mine at all. And this whole process, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I don't know what to do at all. I almost quit years ago. And then I like hung on. And for a while I was really glad that I kept going. But that never seems to last. And I just hate it. It's not a fun thing to keep doing. And it's caused me so much angst. And taking hormones simply does not spark joy. I feel like I don't exist. And all I want to do is disappear.